What's up, challengers? Welcome to the gym. My name's Gym Leader Gio, and this is the Week 7 matchup of the San Francisco GiEnteis against the Philadelphia Soul Dew and their coach, Josh, aka Ultra Player. If you guys are curious about the team I brought, you can see it over there. You can see my opponent's 11 drafted mon over here, and I can tell you a little bit more in detail about how I built my team, how I'm feeling about this match, and all that good stuff in the locker room, which is the video that went up immediately prior to this one. So we're going to get started here. We have the team here. We're going to confirm this team. And then 100% we are choosing Rainbow Rocket as the music. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Team Rainbow. Feeling Team Rainbow Rocket right now. So let's let the battle begin. I have my 6 calcs, I have my speed tier spreadsheet, and the Pokemon Forever Team Builder.com. I've got everything I need. I think I want one other thing, and it's not this. It is a folder with my recording. There we go, just to make sure we're good, and we're running, and we're good and happy, and everyone's happy, and we're letting the battle begin. Let's see what we're clicking off. I'm going to do the thing where I cut it until I've come back and plugged everything in. Predicting Mew, Tapu Fini, Mega Arrow, Hippowdon, Snorlax, and Jolteon. Pretty close. All right. So we've clicked everything off. I only had to make one change on this, so I was pretty close. Snorlax, good bring, good just bulky, solid bring. The fact that he doesn't have the Guzzlord means I'm not super concerned about losing Drampa if I were to say need to do that. But also, it's like as long as I have one fighting type, I kind of got something for the Snorlax. So I'm feeling pretty good about just leading the Komodo maybe. I'm not gonna lead Drampa because I need to discourage rocks. And one of the ways to do that is to just try and annihilate something out of the gate. So we're going to lead Drampa. Possible lead options. Mew, just because it can do anything. Mega Aerodactyl, just because it can do a lot and he might want to get it Mega'd right away. In theory, Hippowdon, just to maybe bluff offensive and go for something wee-woo. Okay. So, what do we know? Grass resists Gengar. Hyper Voice resists Gengar and Aerodactyl. Thunder resists Hippowdon. We don't particularly want to bait in Hippowdon, but we don't want to click. I don't think we want to click anything that Pokemon on his team are completely immune to. Simply because if he does opt to go for an attack here and pop my Berserk, I wouldn't mind being on the right move here. If he does attack me, I want to make sure that Drampa Okos him with Berserk activated. Even if he's like super defensive. If he's super defensive, I actually won't, even with Thunder. Do I have a good answer for Gengar if he were to go Gengar on the Hyper Voice? I'm kind of feeling Hyper Voice. Wait, I clicked Mew. I meant Fini. Shoot. Oh yeah, if I get to my +1, almost anything will kill him, but the Energy Ball certainly will. I think Energy Ball is the safest click, so let's do it. And see what he goes for. He is just going to go for the Moonblast. This is very likely to pop my Berserk and not kill me. And that all but guarantees that he is going to go down to this unless, I don't know, maybe he's Assault Vest. Yes! Oh, Drampa, you beast! That's Fini gone, guys. That's Fini gone turn 1. Drampa, you've done your job. You have done it. Like, the only thing you'll outspeed is a defensive Hippowdon and or the Snorlax. You have literally done your job right now. That is so incredible. I can't believe that happened. I'm scared to read Discord. I don't know if there's terror. Oh no, it's just good luck, have fun from before the match. Okay. Oh, that scared me. Okay, terror. Realistically, what do I have? Do I just lose something here? One thing I'm thinking, Komo-o. Aerodactyl. Mega. UU. Offensive. We're going to calc Ice Fang. Stone Edge. Earthquake. Aquatail. Well, let's change Aquatail to Ice Fang. I don't see him OHKOing me. So I think I can get in, eat a hit. He could be a defogger, so maybe it makes more sense for me to just go close combat against him right away. His flying options are not solid on Aerodactyl. Let's save Gramps, just because he doesn't do nothing. He could pursuit me. 100% could pursuit me, but then I wouldn't have lived it anyway. Let's go Bromo-o here. I'm relatively confident I will live just about anything on Bromo-o. If he gets up rocks, I guess, you know, in theory, nothing I could have done. Could have just, I guess, clicked. No, he goes for the Ice Fang. I'll live it. It's an opportunity to close combat it for damage, which would be just, you know, very great. Another thing to figure out is Ditto against this. Stone Edge will do it if he has it. I mean, Ice Fang's what he clicks next here. Like, that's not a question. It's just whether or not I care more about Stealth Rocks or more about getting some damage on the Terror, because he's going to think, hey, I outspeed this. And I can almost certainly get a ton of damage off on it with close combat. But he's going to be thinking, like, why did you go into Bromo-o? Probably, unless he thinks that I did it because of Stone Edge. I think I'll catch him off guard with the close combat. And rocks, I think, are less important. I think rocks are significantly less important than just getting some quick damage off on this. I'd like some quick damage. Also because if I crit him, he dies. So I do outspeed him. I do get some damage off. Not going to crit him, but a hefty amount of damage there. We'll definitely go down here to the Ice Fang. Damage well spent. I know I said I really wanted rocks. He also gets a crit. That's interesting. So I will click off. This is going to go fast, guys. This is going to be a really fast one. But Komo-o is down. Speed control options here. Remix. Remix as Terror, which, of course, it invites in the Hippowdon, so I might double. I might double. Depending on what he's got. I know he has Ice Fang. Rock Slide, Ice Fang, Roost, and Tailwind. So that's a cool trick. He could Tailwind so that his other mons are going to outspeed even if I got to +1 or potentially +2 with some of my other mons here. Ice Fang will almost certainly take him out. And it's a good move to click if I'm anticipating the Hippowdon. He does not have an Ice Resist on his team anymore. If I miss, that's just so incredibly unfortunate with the Ice Fang, but I think it's the best click. Could also double, but I don't want to risk him getting a Roost off if I predict that wrong. We're just going to click Ice Fang here. He's going to withdraw Mew, maybe? Leah. The Mew, yeah. Mew will take an Ice Fang very nicely. Don't know what Leah's got. I mean, it could have anything. Dazzling Gleam, not the least of which things that he could have. It's turn number 5. What I'd like to know is, how many more turns do we have of Misty Terrain? 1. I could literally switch in Dragalge right now Misty Terrain ends, and then I can click Draco, and he has, in theory, nothing for it. So I might do that, just because I'm pretty sure Dragalge survives. Even like an offensive Muse situation. He could just double right back into the Mega Arrow, and then he'd get not necessarily another kill per se, but definitely some more damage. I don't know what I think this will do to a Mega Arrow, though. Do have some time to calc it. Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, all that won't kill me. So I could get a little more damage on it with Ice Fang, but there's just such a good chance he has Roost that it's probably not worth it to risk damage on Remix, because it could be useful in other scenarios. No, I disagree. I'm making a weird call here. I'm clicking Ice Fang. I actually missed. That sucks. And he clicked Ice Beam. I do live it, but that's just really unfortunate. That miss is kind of hard to swallow. But we now know that he's special, at least, and so we can go Poisony Boy. He'll probably click it again. I think I'll take this relatively well. He is going to click Roost here, which is perfect. It means I got to switch in with Misty Terrain gone. So I could have done this last turn, but actually I think I'm happier with this because Ditto doesn't really need speed. Like, it's not super important for him to have that. And Draco is going to... It won't necessarily claim one, but it's not going to do nothing. But you know what I'm going to do instead? I might Sludge Wave, because if he spams Roost, Draco's just going to force me to make a switch. So I'm actually going to Sludge Wave here, and then probably switch out. He's going to withdraw. Where are we going? Pillow Pet. That's the Snorlax for sure. Yeah. Are we thinking AV? We might be thinking AV here. We're going to calculate this. No, just... That's just a big boy. A big, hefty boy. Known for his heft and his big boyedness. Switch in options. What do we think he's going to do? He could just, like, Ice Punch outright. Don't mind the gentle movement noises in the background, everybody. My girlfriend just got here, so she's just going to casually climb into the bed on the side over there. So, thinking about this, whether or not Drampa has any real use in the game anymore, because if he just clicks Ice Punch, then I'll sack the Gramps and I'll come in on something. I'm not exactly sure what yet, but if he were to say Curse up, then Gramps outspeeds and I have an option there later. Poisony Boy is, I think, too important, and Gramps, while it could get a kill, isn't the only option I have to get those kills, so I think I'm probably eating an Ice Punch here, but maybe I get lucky and he curses. Body Slam. That'll do it too. So I'll sack the Drampa here. So what do we know? We know that if Sludge Wave did that much, Draco will do 37 to 44, which is not incredible. We know that Body Slam doesn't necessarily mean that we know what else could occur. Like, it could be an Ice Punch. Oh, we can click off Dragalge. No, we can't click off Dragalge. Shoot. Dragalge's less important now that Feeney's gone, so maybe I actually should have kept him. But I still think there's value in it for the Mew. And the fact that the Mew went Roost, Ice Beam... Need to hold on to the Ditto. The blue one doesn't have supreme value right now. Thunder and Psyshock could go pretty far, but I think now is just the time to do something with this. And looking at things. Latios versus the Snorlax. Again, I don't really know much. I don't know a ton about this. Obviously, we haven't seen him switch moves, but if he were Adamant Banded, Body Slam shouldn't kill me, but it'll do a lot. He could also self-destruct, which is interesting. I didn't even really think about that. Might be good to pop off a Psyshock here just to get enough damage that even if he were to self-destruct, I'd have something to do the turn after. I think I want the damage more than I want... Like, Calm Mind, what am I trying to do here? Calm Mind to set up and win? I don't think so. We're going to click Psyshock because I would love some damage on this thing. I really would. He's a big, fat, bulky boy, and I want to... Oh yeah, he's Gluttony. Gluttony Recycle, possibly. So it's good to know. Body Slam shouldn't do too much now that I know that he's not banded. I mean, it might do 50. Oh, he gets the para. I'll still outspeed. Like, kind of, I think he recycles. And so I could maybe get a Calm Mind off. I don't think he kills with the Body Slam anyway. Calm Mind into Psyshock. Because the Psyshock didn't do 50%. Because like I think he clicks... I'm going to click Psyshock first just because I'm risking para every time I play this game. He's going to hard swap into what? Leah. Which will definitely tank this. I could have clicked Roost there. I get the full para. And that basically means... That's really unfortunate, but it basically means I'm kind of borked with this thing. The para is very unfortunate. I know there's like a really good chance of it occurring. I wish it hadn't. The good news is, since he didn't click Recycle, we can play these next couple turns a little bit differently. I want to be pretty sure about how I'm going to handle this Mew. I'm thinking it's very offensive, but I think I still survive an Ice Beam into a Psychic on Dragology. Another option... No, I mean, it's so safe for him to click Ice Beam here. Especially because I can't even do Remix as one of the options. I could do Poisony Boy into Remix, but what value does that even have for me? Still, I like the idea. Another option I could have is Scalding on the Dragology. Predicting an Ice Beam. Oh, he's going to Rock Polish. Is it Rock Polish Nasty Plot? Double Dance? Well, with that said, I'm actually going to click Sludge Wave here, I think. Should be a 2-hit KO. I mean, he could Nasty Plot and eat the Sludge Wave. We know it's Roost, so Roost... I really think it's Nasty Plot. What do I think? Rock Polish, Ice Beam, Roost. It can't be both sub, which would be annoying because it would mean that Ditto can't do much, but what does he need the speed for? To outspeed what? I think it's Nasty Plot. I think it's just speed and attack and then just sweep everything. So I don't even think he has Psychic. But I think Sludge Wave does more than 50%. I'm going to Sludge Wave. I think it's the safer move. He's got a Z. Okay. What are we thinking? Z Psychic? I should still live it. He doesn't even know what my item is yet. I mean, it could just be Z Ice Beam as well. We haven't seen the last move. Sub-Zero Slammer. Yep. I'll live it. 62 to 74 if he's modest max special attack. I'll live it. Awesome. More than 50%. What am I thinking? Because Ice Beam won't do it. And he'll actually outspeed. So this could, in fact, be the game. Unless I survive another Ice Beam. 30 to 38. There are rolls in which I survive an Ice Beam here. If I don't, there's an incredibly good chance that I lose. But he doesn't have rocks up. But a Dragon Dance won't be enough for the Salamence. There's very few options I have here. What do I need this for? It's not useful against the Gengar anymore. Yeah, very few options here. He is gonna roost. Interesting. Not sure why. Because I did more than 50. No, I did almost exactly 50. This is giving me a 10% opportunity to get something. What do you want to do? Just claim? It wasn't a bad play if he thought maybe I was going to double to try and save this. I think it's in his best interest to try and take this out. But again, I'm at 59 HP and his roll options are 54, 54, 54, 56, 56, 56, 58, 58, 58, and then 60, 60, 60, 62, 62, 62, 64. And that's if he's modest. Which I guess I should figure that out. I could probably calculate that. He did 108. Which is low roll modest. Let's see what it would be if it were timid. High roll timid. He could be either. If he's timid, he absolutely cannot kill me. With Ice Beam at least. And I'm still operating under some semblance of an impression that he doesn't have Psychic at this point, because I think he would have clicked it. So, this is that big moment, because if he attacks me and kills me, I'm almost positive I lose. Salamence is going to have to come in. He's going to Ice Beam me. We're going to find out. Am I going to live it? Lots of rolls in which I do. I live it on 5. Sludge Wave, please do your job. He's at less than 50%. Oh, it was a crit 2. It was a crit 2, so that's actually kind of big, but that is really huge. Mew was a big threat. Mew was a very big threat. This is still faster than Snorlax, and it's still faster than Hippowdon. So the next sack option for me might be Latios, simply because he's a liability. He honestly kind of is. Rock Slide, Ice Fang if I'm trying to copy. Nose Whistle. That's got to be the Dawn. Yeah. So Sandstream is cool. Rocks. %, a possibility. Also a possibility that if you go for it, the blue one gets a roost off. I still think he's offensive. I still think that. Seriously. He does get the Stealth Rocks. That's unfortunate, because it means that Salamence no longer has the Sash, so I could have gone... Well, I couldn't anyway, because he has the Sandstorm there. It's good. Rocks was good. Late game Rocks. Even with no attack investment at all, Ice Fang is doing as much as 50%. Psyshock's the most I can do to him. I guess in theory it's not completely impossible that he doesn't have Ice Fang, but why wouldn't he? You know? He could fear something. I mean, I went right into this. He could fear something. So what are my options? If there's no attack investment, are there rolls in which I would live an Ice Fang? Yes. But what benefit does that give me? That Roost could have been a possibility. So that's one of the options. I could do that. But I'm just risking getting full parried. He's going to withdraw. Into Pillow Pet? Okay. So one option this gives him, he could click Recycle right now and be in Gluttony range. So I'm really risking Para by staying in here and counting on it doing anything of value for me. Because there's not really a reason for him to not click that. And we know he's doing like 50% with his body slam. Z Thunder could do more. It's not impossible. If he doesn't have special defense investment, if he's not careful, Z Thunder could just save the day. Let's see. Fully parried. If he clicks recycle here, yeah, he does. That's unfortunate. Pillowpet's going to be a problem now. So I definitely had an opportunity to claim a KO there. That really sucks. Because if he's not special, if he's like adamant 252, 252 or something, Gigavolt Havoc could have done 37 to 44. That could have KO'd him. And now I'm not sure how I take him out. Dragalge is EV'd to outspeed. I guess I gotta land a Focus Blast, so let's see how much that does. It's not gonna be enough. It's like 50%. Only slightly more than that. Draco Meteor does more though. So I guess I might as well click that. And try, it's still in my best interest to try and get the Thunder off. We're not out yet. That's really unfortunate luck for me. I am gonna get it off this time. If he clicks recycle, good play. So we gotta hope not very specially defensive, like more just offensive with HP. Nah, looks like he's got a decent amount of that. He's actually gonna click curse. I'm okay with this. I'm actually quite okay with this. Maybe I should have CM'd. Body Slam, Curse, Recycle. Not 100% sure what my option is here. I'll Calm Mind. Fortunately, the Sandstorm's gone. +1 special attack. He's cursed up, so he's got +1 defense. So Psyshock's not the best move for me. I guess Thunder is. There's a good chance it could miss as well, but it could also para. He got a para with his Body Slam. Maybe I could get lucky and get a para with the Thunder. Another option that's not really worth considering is Roosting here. We could play a luck game if... I don't know. I don't really know. I'm going to Thunder. It lands. And I'll just claim one with the Body Slam. So, okay, Latios gone. The para earlier, like, just honestly really unfortunate. And I know there's a chance, and I know that, you know, you pack Body Slam for precisely those kind of reasons. Ments at this point. Against the standard Recycle Curse Lax, let's just pretend. Let's just pretend it's that. But let's also go worst case scenario and assume you're 252. It's not Facade, it's Body Slam. Might not KO. I do have Brick Break. I could get to +1 against this. +1 would allow me to outspeed everything except a Scarfed Gengar. Is now the time to do that. I mean, I don't think Poisony Boy will take it out. And I'll die to rocks anyway. One thing Salamence could... Yeah, no, I go Salamence and I just... we're going to hope for very much the best here. I forgot about rocks. Body Slam has a chance to KO me. Okay, hold on. Brick Break, I don't think KOs... he's at +1 defense, too. So, there's almost no chance I come out of this alive. I guess we can look and see whether or not Snorlax can take on Snorlax. Guys, I am trying here. This is hard. This is a hard matchup. Body Slam looking like it'll do something like 25%. I guess we Dragon Dance and hope for very much the best. I have to live a Body Slam. It's not impossible. If he's invested, I'll probably go down to it. Not invested. That's good. And now, crit, and we possibly win the game. No crit, no recycle, HP low enough that possibly... Oh, no. Because Dragology's dead upon entry. Remix isn't, but I'm just going to be just slow enough. So... I actually did need a crit there. I actually did need a crit. I could also have gone Remix, but he could have just recycle stalled me, I think. Do you have something that hits everybody? I'm guessing you don't. Yeah. EQ won't hit the... yeah, I can't lock myself into anything here. Body Slam won't hit the Gengar. However... So what he could do here, what I anticipate he does here, is goes Hippowdon to scout which move I lock myself into. Then he knows. But if he does that, it could possibly be a choke. Because if he goes Gengar, okay, here's what we're doing. Body slamming. He either sacks Pillow Pet to the Body Slam, or he goes Hippowdon to eat whatever I choose to go for and then figure out the answer after. By clicking Body Slam, I invite in the Gengar, I sack the Dragalge, I come back in with Remix as the Gengar, and do my best to try and sweep at that point. As a Scarfed Gengar. That is the last possible option I have. Nose Whistle. Sandstream could also limit my abilities and options to sweep here, especially because I'll probably have to switch out, and that just did nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. So it's just it's not looking good. Options. Do I sack now? We sack Dragalge because it's the only option I have to have him potentially choke. Remix is literally the only possible option I have to not lose this game. He might have done it. Lavender, he might have done it. He might have done it. I didn't see what my health is. I would need to be able to survive rocks. No, I can't. There's too many people left. There's too many people left. Yeah. I think I'll live rocks, but I don't think I'll live rocks and then sandstorm. Yeah, I'll die to the next sandstorm, but it's not impossible that I claim a kill here. Sludge Wave, Dazzling... Yeah, and he didn't end up packing anything for himself anyway, which was a smart play. So, nothing we can do here, guys. This is unfortunately going to be an L. Icy Wind, I guess, is the best option. If something magical happens, the best opportunity we had to lock ourselves into something that will hit everybody. But a well-deserved win. And he curse-bodied me. That's really funny. That's really funny. He'll go for the Sludge Wave. That'll claim the kill. Amazing game to Josh. Just didn't have it that time. I was hopeful when the Tapu Fini went down really early. Things I could have done different. I don't think Rocks would really have helped me. The Lax, I could have potentially... See, here was the issue. Lax and Mew are just solid mid-grounders who are going to trade hits really well. And I had to choose which mons to absorb those hits and which ones to swap out. Latios became less important, but unfortunately ended up just being entirely dead weight because of the para. Like, I don't really see where his value could have been against any of the other mons. Like, probably not really that useful against the Hippowdon. I'm not sure what else I could have done there. It was just a very difficult team. He played the standard Curse-Lax very well. I did have fighting type options there, but it would have relied on Focus Blast on either Dragalge or the Gramps. Probably if I'd done a little bit better assessment of win conditions, I would have held on to Gramps and sacked Latios as one of the earlier sacks. It was difficult for me to really see that was going to be an important mon for me, especially when I was face-to-face with a Mew, and one who was setting up as well. So that felt like very important for me to try and take on. Dragalge, I'm not sure what else he could have really done in that match. And the late game rocks were very good play on the Snorlax's part. But unfortunately, gonna be an L this time, guys. I thought I did about as well as could have reasonably been anticipated in that matchup. I think I did catch him early with a lot of the sets. I think just some of my later mons just didn't quite have the bang for the buck that I needed. Salament's kind of a letdown. Maybe it would have been a different story if it was Intimidate, but wasn't anticipating Snorlax to be the big option. I did have, of course, 3 fighting coverage on 3 of my mons, and just unfortunately didn't prioritize saving the right ones at the right time. Put me in this situation. Amazing job to Josh. Definitely go check him out, and a huge shout out to Kurt who genned my team this week. As always, my name's Gym Leader Geo. You guys are the challengers. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next week.